start recording, it's nice if I actually have my microphone out. Well, hello there, people with internet, and hello again. I am TheMBmulti. Welcome to, I believe this is part 17 of my Rome to War Let's Play campaign as the Kingdom of Macedon. In the previous episode, I don't really remember, it was over a month ago. I think I destroyed the Romans in the previous episode, didn't I? Captured Segesta, fought the battle at Aquincum. And then the Gauls asked for a peace treaty, which I accepted, because they paid me some money for it. I speculated that it was because their Iberia campaign over here isn't going so well. Because this was under siege, it's not anymore. This was under siege, it's not anymore. This is now under siege again. This was under siege, I believe, at one point. And with the Romans gone, they were like, "Oh fuck! There's nothing in between us and the mercenaries and the Macedonians anymore. So we're going to be attacked in the rear if we don't get a peace treaty very quickly." So they asked for a peace treaty, and then I accepted because they wanted to pay money. I believe that's what happened in the previous episode. If not, you should watch it. Yeah, so this is part 17. This is the first episode I'm recording in 2026. Everything else was pre-recorded in December last year. So that's why I said it's been over a month since I... What's it called? Since I played this game for the last time. Or played this campaign, more specifically for the last time. Why are both of you heading that way? I don't know. My lord. Sending them to Italy. This army is retraining. Yeah, okay, so remember I'm fighting this army. Then you are off to Avete or Arminium, whatever. Either one of the two for retraining and to be fitted out with Macedonian cavalry. This army is here for retraining. And we are respecting the ceasefire with the Gauls and circumvent them to go to Iuvavum, because we're taking the fight to Dacia, because Dacia is our only enemy right now. Although we have to keep an eye out on this, because the Pontic forces are gathering at our border, and they are apparently extremely nervous about the fact that I have landed in Asia Minor. Trying to get a spy here. Good job, me from the past. Nice thinking. Oh, and Kira is completely empty, I just noticed. Oh, I don't have anybody nearby to snatch it off of them. Yeah, you are on your way to build watchtowers. I do remember that. You were going there to build a watchtower on the corner there, and then I'm moving you to Crete to build 2 watchtowers on either side of the island. Carthaginians are still just chilling around here, which is fine by me. As long as they don't attack. They still have this huge army that they landed in Italy. They haven't recalled it. Technically they're trespassing, but they were standing in Roman territory before I conquered it, so I don't think the game actually counts that as trespassing. Not that there's actually like a specific penalty for that, because this isn't Rome 2. But even if this was Rome 2, I'm fairly sure that doesn't count as trespassing, because I conquered the territory after they were already there. So it's mean. Well, then again, Rome 2 is kind of a mean game sometimes, so... Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a humongous penalty for something that they had absolutely no control over. That is the way that Rome 2 does things sometimes. Alright, so there's only one thing we need to do this turn, which is fight this battle. Mercenary force. Like I said, after this battle is won, this army is moving back to Italy. Or moving to Italy for retraining. This guy's also getting older, so maybe one of those new generals can go take care of this army later. Because I don't know why I need all of them in Italy, especially now that I've got a ceasefire with the Gauls. Okay, rush out of the forest, because it's annoying to fight in the forest. Well, at least for Macedonians it is. If I were a barbarian faction, I would lie in wait. A few leftover mercenaries. Oh, he's the factionaire now, isn't he? Drop the phalanx. Shoot the horse archers. Guard position. sending in the Illyrian mercenaries in hand-to-hand combat, that's a decision. One of the decisions of all time. Alright, so they rushed forward, but then they stopped. Cease fire because you're hitting my general otherwise. Well, don't bother chasing after the horse archers because we're never going to catch them. I have missed the soundtrack. I mean, it's only been a month, but a little over a month, I should say. But still, the soundtrack is just too good. Balls of Artemis! I didn't even pay attention what the rest of the army looked like. Warbands. Yeah, the rest is just Illyrian mercenaries, barbarian mercenaries, and then the horse archers. And the general, of course. Okay. No, don't do that. Fire at will, just stand there. There we go. The only way to deal with horse archers is either horse archers of your own or foot archers. There we go. There we go. Fuck you, stupid horse archers. Fire at will. Doing their war cry and then getting an arrow directly into their face or chest and dying. Like, yeah, we're gonna fuck you up! Slowly envelop them. Oh, and then they're gonna run. Fucking cowards. Right, well, we're not catching that general. Unless the Light Lancers break the fucking sound barrier. Imperatus, Illyrian mercenaries. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're not gonna make that. Alright, well, we'll settle for the rest of his army then.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
Orders completed, Commander!
Good job. There we go.
Gods be praised. This victory is surely their work, not that of mortals like us.
General, regroup!
He's called the Conqueror. Yeah, so only the bodyguard of the general survived.
Victory!
Where did he go off to? You of them? Yeah.
Yes, Strategos!
Do we recall this now? Actually, no. Let's just keep going.
At your service. Spy.
There we go. This army's still in decent enough shape. Oh no, never mind. There he is. Oh, some of those guys made it out as well. Okay. That's a random family member. You were also a random family member. There isn't a lot of garrison there. You're training... Oh, that's archers for garrison. Okay. You are training... Yeah, so you're probably training one boat to ferry the guys across, and you are.
Yes, Strategos!
That's garrison of Avete, sending outside because everything's being retrained inside.
My lord.
I've got a spy here. I already have a spy there. Oh, you can keep an eye on Massilia.
Moving out of move, sire.
See what's going on over there. If any goals are coming from this side of the map. Yeah, this spy's keeping an eye out on these two cities. Yeah, you're in decent enough shape, and I don't think the Dacians are that strong anymore. See, militarily, 40,000 strong. Well, less, because of course the graph needs to update after this loss. And I at least have some sort of force out there. Territorially, yeah, they took stuff on their own, got up to 6 territories, but then they declared war on me, and I finished Thrace, and then I came after them. And then they lost 3 settlements, so now they're on 3 left. You of them, that one, and the other one. I can't remember what they're called. This one is Lovosike, or however you pronounce it.
Yes, Strategos!
And you are standing outside because you're making us lose money here.
Sir!
Actually, if I disband that...
Yes, Strategos!
It will grow a bit faster, but...
Yes, Strategos! Forward! Sir! Splitting the troops!
There we go.
Sir, onward!
Yeah, he's making things worse around here. And why is that? +1 to unrest, that's why, and -1 from law. So he adds unrest and he removes law. So
March!
if you pull him out,
Orders!
the city is better off.
March!
Oh, there is a Dacian force there that I had no idea about.
Orders!
If I hire the Sarmatian mercenaries,
Destroy them!
that's just warbands. I should be able to win that.
Attack!
And if not, this isn't a big loss if I lose this general, because he's kind of a piece of shit.
Sarmatian mercenaries.
Yeah, the Sarmatian mercenaries do look very badass, but they're not that overpowered, I don't think so. What are their stats even? 8 attack, 10 charge. The charge is nice. 13 defense. Yeah. A bit of a precursor, I guess, to the Sarmatian Auxilia from the Western Roman Empire in Barbarian Invasion, which are actually fantastic cavalry. Alright, so this one is damaged. Charge into the front of that. But what the hell is that? I charge them and then they rout. The generals, I mean, again, it's a piece of shit general, so it's not that concerning. Or not that surprising, I should say. But it's still ridiculous. Are you guys gonna come back at any time, or what the fuck's this? Yeah, there we go. Took you long enough. Yeah, 10 charge, but I don't really see any of that reflected over there. They're already shaken before the charge even begins. Idiots. I want to make the rear charge with the general, but I think they're following the general. Yeah, they are. There we go. It's a game of morale in this battle. If everybody had infinite morale and it all came down to stats in a less superior game, like let's say Rome 2 Total War, this battle would not be very exciting because they would win all the time. Tired. They're also winded, running around. How about we take a bit of a breather there? They're still wandering around. They're shaken. Their captain is too close, so this won't work. Alright. Oh, there we go. They're too eager. They're too eager. Rushing out on their own. There we go. Crush them. Split up. See where they're going. You run down them. You keep them occupied. Alright, forget those last guys. Nope, there we go.
The
There we
enemy
go.
show a true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Bit of a wonky start with them routing at the very fucking first contact, but like I said, it's a game of morale.
General! Move, move! Move, move!
Extremely tired, these horses, but they did their job fantastically well. All things considered. Well, the only setback was at the start. Everything else they executed perfectly. There was that one engagement, like about... where was that? Here? No, that was the initial contact, wasn't it? Or was... no, this was initial contact, here. This was the... yeah. Where I tried to break them, but they couldn't, but they didn't because the captain was right next to them. But I wouldn't really consider that like a bad development of the battle. That was just, you know, something that happened during the battle.
This is a glorious achievement.
There we go.
Victory is total. Crushing would be a better word.
Good job, guys.
Victory!
I didn't get a mark of a famous battle. Confident commander. And confident attacker are the traits that he got. Alright. Good job.
Moves depleted, sir.
Save the game, and then let's see what happens next. Well, that's a Pontic spy, but we already knew that because there was a Pontic spy in the city ages ago already, or ages ago in the previous episode or whatever. Would you look at that? An alliance with Britannia. And they offer map information. Sure, why not? I don't get many alliances. So I'm like, whatever, sure. 29, publicly loyal, command talent, confident commander, benefactor of Deukalos. I will accept, but I'll have a little look at who the hell that guy is. Who is that? Is that... wasn't that the guy that I ordered the archers? To escort the archers? She's 12. Well, actually, I should be able to... oh, wow, this entire they both died in battle. And that entire branch of the family tree died out as a result of that. Okay. They got married. You are... you. Why are you the benefactor? You are... okay, you're just adopting somebody. Where are you? You are in... oh, you are in Rome.
Sir. March!
Yeah, you can walk past now. Yeah, accept. Then you'll just show up in Rome. Yeah. So did he just adopt that guy? Yeah! Why didn't you get a child from her? Well, she's 14. That's one thing, first of all. You're 28. But, you know, you could wait. Look at this. They have been busy. They've been very busy. Is somebody... oh, that's you. You're in Pergamum. Are you... fruitful, or whatever that trait is called? No. Touched by fear. Drill master. Oh, -2 morale. That gives 1 morale, so -1 in the end. Command talent. Victor. Dubious. -2 from law, alright. Good attacker. Social drinker. Yeah, okay, so... oh, here. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Increase the chance of having children. Improves the chances of casualties recovering from their wounds. So there we go. That's why he has so many children. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting development. Britannia asking me for an alliance. They're not at war with Germania anymore. Right? They're also allied with the Gauls. And they're not at war with Germania. That's good, because of course I don't really want to upset Germania. Oh, but did we even finish in Thessalonica? The practice range. Upgrade the Temple to Zeus. Odeon and Bailazora. Build an Agora for more money. Larissa, you need a bit of public order, so build an academy. Yeah, we're... Oh, why did I build one to Demeter here? I thought I wanted to do Ares in Sparta. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Demeter is good because it helps with growth, so it's fine. Tylis, how much money does that make? About 300 an hour, a bit less. Messana grows. Getting rid of the culture penalty over there finally. Well, the majority of it at least. Yeah, Temple Jupiter. It hurts my Roman heart. It's so silly that we can't upgrade that to Zeus. You can, I mean, you can upgrade Mars to Ares, so why the hell can't you upgrade Jupiter to Zeus? Feels a bit inconsistent. Well, I do know how it works, because Zeus apparently is filed under a different category in the file for all where all the buildings are stored. So I do understand how it came to be, but I feel like it's a bit silly. Alright, upgrade. See here, because here is Mars. We're upgrading that to Ares right now. I mean, changing Mars to Ares isn't exactly an upgrade in terms of their mythology, because Mars is better than Ares in every way, shape, and form. And that's not my Roman bias saying that. That's actually true, because Ares is kind of a coward and kind of like a sort of a child almost. A coward, a child. Actually, no. Upgrade the roads first. But Ares is a bit of a child in Greek mythology. Like, who stomps his feet when he doesn't get his way. And throws a tantrum and stuff like that. Did you hire some mercenaries? Yes, you did. Or you pulled some forces from over there.
Move out! Moves depleted, sir! Destroy them, sir! Move out! Build tower! March! No more moves, sir!
But yeah, Ares is a bit of a crybaby in Greek mythology. I'm oversimplifying it, obviously, but you know, that's in general what his entire general gist of things is. He's a bit of a crybaby. He's a bit of a coward. While as Mars is kind of the complete opposite of that.
My lord, boarding! My lord, joining the fleet, sir! Moves depleted.
Mars is the
Yes, sir.
what's it called?
Moves depleted, sir.
The perfect image of what a... Oh, this can go away. You can start building up the fleet there. Mars is the epiphany of what a like a perfect husband should be in Roman society. Like, he's brave, he is courageous, he's a good father, he has some fertility traits to him as well for husbands. And, you know, the chances of increasing the chance of having children, taking care of your children. Obviously, Mars is the father of Romulus and Remus. And Ares has absolutely none of those traits. The only thing that they have in common is that they're both gods of war, but that's about where their similarities end. Same thing with Jupiter and Zeus, honestly. Zeus is a bit of a dick. And Jupiter not as much. Because it's very simplified to say, oh, the Romans just copied their gods from the Greeks. That's not even true, because the Romans had Jupiter before they even had contact with the Greeks, because Jupiter is originally an Etruscan god. But when they met the Greeks, they're just like, oh, the Romans did essentially the same with the Greeks as they did everywhere else. They're like, oh wow, this god looks a lot like this god that we have. So it's probably a different interpretation of the same mythical being. So let's just combine the two. That'll make it easier. And that's how that came to be. So it's a very narrow-minded thing to say, oh, the Romans just copied the gods from the Greeks. They're so unoriginal.
Yes, Strategos, onward.
Because first of all, the Romans had gods before they met the Greeks, and second of all, the Greek they're only basing that argument on, oh, the Romans have a god of war that looks like this. The Romans have a god of war that is called Mars. The Greeks have a god of war that's called Ares. Therefore, ergo, it's the exact same thing. Like, no, everybody else also had a god of war, and a god of fertility, and a god of the thunder and whatever. But no, it's only the Greeks that they copied it from somehow. It's such a silly argument.
Who shall die this day?
Right, so I have this is a bit unfortunate because they put their spy in Pergamon before I got my spy in here. So if you have a spy in your city, it heavily decreases the chance that an enemy spy can infiltrate the city successfully. However, of course, the guy was trained. Actually, no, never mind. It shouldn't happen like because training is done right when you press enter, and so that spy should have already been in the city when that other spy, whatever. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that we didn't detect the spy, we didn't kick him out, so the assassin has to wait.
Who shall die this day? Closing in for the kill.
I will leave that diplomat alone. Yeah, train. There we go. Just a bit of an expanded garrison because, of course, the tensions are quite high around here. I can upgrade the city barracks for phalanx spikes. Yeah, this city is big enough for even Macedonian cavalry. Catapult raids for the onagers. Yeah, let's do the roads first, and then we'll do the cavalry stables after. I will queue them up, actually, because I'm fairly sure I will forget otherwise. Yeah, you're off to there to build a watchtower. You're laying siege to EU of them in the next turn. Next turn, this army is fully retrained and ready to go.
My lord.
Yeah, so you are going to be receiving phalanx spikes, aren't you? Oh, and Macedonian cav. The Macedonian cav needs to be retrained, so you get started on training those phalanx spikes. We can also train phalanx spikes from over there. And we can't train them from over there. We can train archers from here, so do train more. Because... oh no, never mind, because we have archers coming in from over there.
Out of move, sir.
I'll cancel that, that's not necessary. Yeah, because I'm building a new army here. We've got all the phalanx spikes. I just need the archers and the Macedonian cavalry. Macedonian cavalry is there. Yeah, and then we need new phalanx spikes for the king's army. So you can replace all those phalanx spikes, levy pikes with phalanx spikes. I won't disband them. I might as well just give both of them an army. This guy has 3 commands and he is pretty alright, so he will take command of the phalanx pikeman army. This guy has 1 less command. So he will take care of the levy pikes that we move from the king's army. So in that case I do need archers. 3. Because I'm essentially moving this out into that other guy, and then he gets 3 archers, and then Macedonian cav no light lancers. Yeah, next turn you're done. There's a Carthaginian fleet there, there's nothing on it. Wow, 2 golden experience on those pirates. You're done, but you're about to expand, so that's nice. We have already replaced the temple. Yeah, we could only replace some other buildings, but it's alright. It won't take that long until they expand anyway. Polonia is also ready for populations. Almost, also nearly there. Yeah, Sparta needs some time to grow. Because I recruited everybody. Campus SDGs is also done. And yeah, like next turn or something they'll expand. Oh, I forgot to move the spy. Okay, Pontus asked for trade rights. I will accept that. Switch out map information maybe. There we go. Okay. So they were just wary, it seems. Oh, they kicked the spy out. Where the hell did they pull that from? They just hired only mercenaries. Alright. Okay, well, I literally just talked about that. Britannia and Germania are not at war, and then like 1 second later, Britannia and Germania are at war. Because of that, the alliance between Germania and Gaul was broken. Again, I don't know why it says that Germania broke that alliance, because the Gauls are the ones that had to choose, because the Gauls were allied to both Germania and Britannia. So the Gauls had to be the one to choose. Who do you join? Do you join Britannia or Germania? And the Gauls chose Britannia, which is the smart choice. First of all, because they're both Celtic factions, so that would make sense, but also because Britannia always wins, unfortunately. Because chariots in auto-resolve means instant win, essentially. Regardless, in respect to, with no regard to how nicely diverse and actually powerful Germania's army roster is. And then Gaul has made an alliance with Scythia somehow. A bit less happy about that one. Put up the temple again. Farms in Byzantium. Oh, there's the spy. Well, I don't know if it's the same spy, but it's a spy at least. Where are we? Syracuse. Population growth. Yeah, Messana is speedrunning that temple. To finally get these motherfucking inhabitants to shut the fuck up. Roads expands. Very nice. Another port to bring in even more money. Especially since we're trading with Pontus now. What did you finish in here? Oh, you finished the Temple of Zeus. Upgrade the farms quickly. And Aquincum just... oh yeah, they replaced the barracks. There's nobody here. There's like 0 population. Well, 500, but you know. This guy came of age. Alright, well, it doesn't have that many great trades. You can govern... oh, no, somebody here already? No. Okay, you can govern Byzantium then. Maybe take out these rebels. Oh, that's just peasants. Yeah, you can totally do that. You married. Alright, nice. Historian, +1 command. Linguist. Oh, that's for my... what's it called? Diplomat somewhere? Silk merchant. Oh, here. You've set 1 foot in Asia Minor and immediately you get a silk merchant.
Forward. Build tower.
There you go.
Onward. Out of move, sir. My lord.
Alright, so we're the strongest faction. The armies of Hellenism are the most powerful that the world has ever seen. We've come a long way. There we go. Like I said, Campus SGs only took 1 more turn to upgrade, so that's very nice. And Thermon expands as well.
Ready! Set sail!
All ashore. Sir, forward. Out of move, sir.
Sir, Yes, strategos.
Yeah, we need more Macedonian cav, but that'll be it for now. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
My lord,
Okay, so you take one step forward. You build a fort there.
prepare fortification.
You
Orders,
leave the fort.
Strategos.
onward.
Sir,
And then we put the phalanx spikes in there. That'll be our assembly point.
orders.
Yeah. So we overtaken Egypt then. Oh, Egypt took a hit. That's why. The Seleucid Empire is still alive. They're even climbing up ever so slightly. Militarily speaking. Yeah, Gaul lost a ton. I don't know what the hell happened in Iberia, but something horrible happened down there. There's no way that tiny force that I defeated in North Italy is the result of the graph dipping like that. And that probably explains why they wanted that peace treaty so badly. And so overall, out of everybody's stratosphere, Egypt is the closest by in second place. Gaul is third. All things considered, it's still pretty nice of them. Carthage. What the hell they call Scythia. I think that is Pontus. Then Britannia, Germania, Parthia. No, that's Numidia. That's Armenia, that's Dacia, Spain, and the Seleucid Empire. Yeah, so Egypt took a loss there. Who's Egypt fighting even? The Seleucids. And Parthia. Well, the Parthians also took a hit. Yeah, the Gauls took a pretty big hit. And they're leveling out now, so they're recovering. I'm straightening up. I'm going even more vertical. Because, of course, that's due to all the phalanx spikes I'm training. Dacia is recovering, but not for long. They haven't expanded in a few turns, so going horizontal over there. On 28 regions. I've got almost fought 100 battles. One lost, don't know where that happened. Probably at sea. Alright, let's save the game.
Yes, master.
100% chance, so get in there.
My lord, destroy them.
Alright, well that's unfortunate.
Settlements, sir. Settlement under siege, sir.
Okay, so they come over with more that's literally the only thing. Well, it makes sense because they had a ton of money. How's their financial situation? Let's have a little look. Well, it's not even that spectacular. They're just clumped up with the rest of them down there. Still rich. Well, it's because, you know, I'm so rich that I've moved so far out of the way.
Prepare fortification.
That everybody is just clumped up down there.
Yes, strategos.
Onward. Sir,
Okay, so this army is ready to rock and roll. You do not... What are you training? Oh yeah, you're training those extra archers. You need to train one ship really quickly. Because I need to ferry them across. The archers are not necessary.
sir.
Because they are... for the replacement army of the king. Yeah. So that's like two removed. The guy with 3 stars is commanding this. This army just needs a few more Macedonian cavalry. And then it's done. These are the phalanx pikes to replace
Yes, Stradago.
the levy pikes over there. And then the levy pikes need these archers.
Yes, Stradagos. Yes, Stradagos.
Right, I'll move.
Splitting the troops.
March. Prepare fortification.
My lord, onward.
Yes, Stradagos.
There we go.
March. Purging army.
It's all these forts everywhere. I'm just trying to get things organized. I'm a Roman playing as the Greeks, so we're gonna have some Roman organization up in this bitch. Alright, so I did see that we found the Pontic spy, but...
Who shall die this day?
yeah, he's too far away, so the assassin can't reach that. Oh, a factionaire is standing over there.
Who shall die this day? Moving to position. No more moves, sir.
Orders?
Yes, master. Moving. On my way. On my way.
Just keep an eye out on them.
Sire.
Yeah, keep training up that garrison, then we can leave the city. Build a fort somewhere, like over there. Just as much as they are doing they're essentially like posing or whatever, you know? They're just showing off, this is a show of force. They're like, oh crap, these guys have landed here, but they don't want to immediately declare war on me because they did ask for trade rights first. But they're obviously a bit intimidated, especially now that they should also get that message that I'm the strongest faction right now, so that should intimidate them even more. So they're like, oh crap, we need to show that we're no pushover, so they're going to be doing this for a while. Just patrolling around the borders with their armies. Fine by me, but you know, yeah, just a bit chaotic here, but I'm getting the shit organized. Alright, let's just save it and then I'll end off the episode. Excuse me, I'm getting emotional. I'm ending off the episode. Yeah, so let's end it off. In the next episode we'll be taking a youth of them. I guess they will attack me in the rear over the end turn. But that should not be a big deal because this is garbage and this is mostly mercenaries. So it should be alright, even though this army is damaged.
My lord!
After we win that battle, then I will recall them to Italy because they are on the move to actually take out Lovosce, or however you pronounce it. Yeah, okay, so we have an alliance with Germania. No, the opposite. We have an alliance with Britannia, actually. And, well, Britannia is most likely going to win this war against Germania. So that could be either good or bad. You know, it could trigger the Germanians to declare war on me too, because they're pushed further east and south, so they could be pushed into my territory, especially if I take out this Dacian shit over here. Alternatively, when Britannia conquers everything, their expansionist worldview may make them view this alliance as a weakness, and they may attack me instead. Because they have nothing left to conquer, so they're like, oh, well, let's betray our allies. And they're obviously going to start with the player first. But we shall see. Now I have extra incentive not to attack the Gauls, because the Gauls are also allied with Britannia, so... And they chose Britannia over Germania. So of course if I attack Gaul now, the Britons will most likely end the alliance. Not that that's like a gigantic big deal or whatever, because obviously if they declare war I can win. But it is extra incentive to leave the Gauls alone for now. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Volete.